Hi, I'm Julie, and this channel is called Happy on Monday. It's about how to save for retirement even when you don't make a lot of money. In my first two videos, I explained how I found myself 50 and single with hardly any money in my retirement savings. I also explained what I did to figure out my financial health. In this video, I'm going to share how I changed my spending habits to live more frugally to be able to save more for retirement. Number one of the first things I did to figure out my financial health was to track my spending for 1 year so I could make an accurate budget. It was a pain, but I had no idea how much I spent on things. Like I said in my first video, I'd never lived by myself before. I downloaded a personal budget spreadsheet. I put a link on my first video, but you can find them easily online. Then I tracked every dollar I spent for a whole year. This was time-consuming and tedious, but it provided really valuable information for me. I now knew how much I was spending per month and on what. There were surprises. For example, I was spending way more on groceries and less on gas than I thought I was. Who knew? But now I had some idea of how much I needed to live on each month. I was also able to look at each category and decide where I could cut some things out. Then I was able to do some preliminary planning for retirement. In order to plan for retirement, you have to know how much you need to live on. There's no magic amount of money you need to save for retirement. It's completely based on what you need to live on. Number two is the cuts. I realized that my cell phone provider was taking a big chunk of my paycheck. I was paying over $60 a month and I hardly ever used my cell phone. My oldest son kept telling me about his new provider that was only $30 a month with no added fees. I finally switched. I was also paying way more for car insurance than I needed to. I was paying almost $100 a month. You've heard that saying, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more? Well, it's true. I switched and it went down to $32 a month. That was back in 2018, and it's obviously gone up a little since then with inflation, but you get the idea. So just switching cell phone and auto carriers, I was saving over $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year I could put toward retirement. That's without cutting anything out. That's just switching providers. Take a look at your budget and see what you can do. If I did it, anyone can do it. One side note, after reviewing my budget, I was shocked to see how much I was spending on groceries. My gosh, food is so expensive. But this is one category I didn't make cuts to. I have coupon apps on my phone to help me save money, but I wasn't willing to change this category. The reason I was spending so much money is because I'm into healthy eating. I buy a lot of produce and whole foods. Healthy food is expensive. Sadly, we don't have any good healthy grocery stores where I live, like Whole Foods. I love that store. Buying healthy food is not something I'm willing to compromise on. My health and well-being are my number one priority. My financial health comes second. You've all heard the stories of people that retire and die right afterwards. That is not going to be me. I'm looking forward to a long, healthy, active retirement. Number three is keep your car longer. I still drive a 2010 Mazda that I've had for almost 14 years. Eventually I want to get a new car, but I haven't had a car payment for almost 7 years. That saves a ton of money. I have regular maintenance done like oil changes, but it should be good for a while. If you take care of them, new cars will go for 200,000 miles these days. My plan is to get a new car before I retire, or at least have the money saved for one. But for now, I don't have a car payment that cuts into the money I'm saving for retirement. Number four is coffee. I'm a huge coffee addict. I drink 2 cups of strong coffee every morning. I am not a morning person. But don't worry, I'm fine once the caffeine kicks in. At least 80% of the people I know personally get expensive specialty drinks like Starbucks several times a week. I get that people want their indulgence, but deep down you've got to know how much money you'd save if you made coffee at home. I have a Keurig. I use my favorite creamers and syrups and make my own at home. The coffee I make at home costs about $1. If I got that same coffee at Starbucks, it would be over $5. So if I normally got Starbucks twice a week, I would save $400 a year to make it at home. If you're a person who gets Starbucks every day and switch to making it on your own, you'd save like $1,500 a year. Now, I get meeting a friend for coffee or having a special treat once in a while, but specialty coffees often can really eat into your savings. Number 5 is Facebook groups. I joined several Facebook groups on frugal living, saving for retirement, minimalism, FIRE. There are whole communities out there of like-minded people who have great advice. If you haven't searched for groups on Facebook before, it's easy. Just type the topic you're interested in the search bar on the top, and the groups will come up. I always click on the group and check it out a little bit first to see if it's really what I'm looking for before I join them. Number 6 is documentaries. I love watching documentaries. Most of you have probably seen Minimalism, a documentary about the important things. And if you haven't, you need to. I think it's on Netflix, and I think it's also streaming on YouTube. I'm continually trying to get rid of stuff, buy less, and want less. It's a work in progress, but I'm getting there. You save money when you don't want to buy so many things. Number 7 is YouTube. I really relied on YouTube after my divorce. Being frugal, I don't want to pay someone to fix things around my house if it's something I can do myself. YouTube has videos on everything you could possibly need to do with your home. I've learned how to fix my underground sprinklers, fix a leaky shower head, reprogram a garage remote that stopped working, and hundreds of things like that. If you have the time, fixing things yourself is another great way to be frugal and save money. Each time I start a home repair project myself, I'm nervous, but I just figure if I mess it up or make it worse, then I'll hire someone to fix it. I pay someone to blow out my sprinklers every year, and I pay the HVAC company to do preventative maintenance, but so far I've done everything else myself. One project I'm struggling with right now is flooring. Before I retire, I want to replace my flooring. I have this awful carpet. Sometimes I wonder, what were the previous homeowners thinking when they picked it out? I want to install luxury plank vinyl flooring throughout my house. I have a small house. It's only 1,400 square feet. I'm estimating it would cost about $5,000 for materials, and if I pay someone to install it, that would be another $5,000. My friends and family keep telling me we could do it ourselves. Number 8 is I've also subscribed to several YouTube channels on retiring early and saving for retirement, and I've learned so much from these YouTubers, and I'm so grateful to these people. This is one of the things that inspired me to start my own channel. I would love to help people the way that other YouTubers have helped me. I think having a YouTube channel could be a great adventure for me. Some of my favorite YouTubers on retirement are Joe Kuhn, Dwayne with Retire Early 500K, and Josh Scandlin. Just a quick review of my tips on being frugal to save for retirement. Number 1, track your spending for 1 year. Number 2, make cuts to your budget. Number 3, keep your car longer. Number 4, make coffee at home. Number 5, join Facebook groups on frugal living, saving for retirement, minimalism, things like that. Number 6, watch documentaries, in particular the one about minimalism. Number 7 is YouTube. Figure out how to fix things by yourself by watching YouTube. Number 8 is to subscribe to YouTube channels that are about saving for retirement, being frugal, FIRE, minimalism. Thanks so much for joining me. If you found this at all helpful, please like and subscribe. I'll leave you with a quote. Life can be beautiful and it doesn't have to be expensive. Hope to see you soon.